Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Santa Teresa, New Mexico, as we prepare for Game 3 of this 2023 Lovington Wildcat football season. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan patrols the sidelines. Brad Henderson helping us out with the camera and tech tonight, and Evie Stuber in studio, engineering and producing. So the Cats, after a rough go of it last week, going to try and reload and do it again this week. Lovington now 0-2 on the season. Santa Teresa, they are 0-1. Their first game was last week, and they took on the Goddard Rockets and got pretty much blown out. 49-0 was the score in that one. So both teams looking to get themselves into the win column here tonight from just to the southwest of El Paso. As, of course, last year the Desert Warriors came up to our place and scored a bit of an upset. Now, you don't want to call this a must-win game, Don Morgan, but it's Game 3 of the season, and if you don't win this one, it takes one of those games that you look at on the schedule and go, okay, here's one that we should be able to take, and it gives us a little bit of breathing room later in the season. All right.
Hello. There it is.
There
okay.
we go.
All right. Okay.
You got to love technology in El Paso. It never seems to work right.
We had to do some changing here on the channel, and the microphone really is, it's just a little, it's kind of in and out and spotty, so I'm going to do my best to make that it stays good. So I'll do what I can. I may have to stay very still, and that's going to be interesting. Try to do this and be very still. I don't think that's going to work. So, but this is very definitely a want to. We were saying it's not a must-win for Lovington, but it is a definite want-to-win. I mean, we have seen them start seasons where they've lost more in a row and come back and, and won all the clutch games, that they had to, in the district games, but you don't want to put yourself in that position of the have-to later on. This is definitely, they're going to definitely want to come out and take this, to put this in the W column for sure.
Well, they certainly are, and the Cats, of course, coming in at number 5 in Class 4A. They moved down a spot after the game last week. For Santa Teresa, they are number 9 in Class 5A. So, again, we're playing up in division. That's one thing about Lovington under Coach G is they don't play any schools that are down. Matter of fact, their first 6 games of the season, or is it 7 games of the season, first 7 games of the season are all against opponents that are either 5A or 6A. No 4As, no 3As on this, and he does that on purpose, give them a tough strength of schedule, toughen them up, get them used to bigger, faster, stronger a lot of times. When you play the bigger schools, that's the thinking there. So, and after last week, Don, this game is going to feel, or should feel like it is going to move almost glacially slow, especially for the Wildcat defense, because we heard Coach G say it last week in the Bob Swiftway coaches conversation. This Desert Warrior team from Santa Teresa, they're a lot like Roswell High was. They want to fight in a phone booth, just bunch everybody up and just cram it right down your throat. Of course, last week, Seminole, hurry up, run and gun, fun and gun, fast as you can offense the entire time. So it's going to be a little bit different look this week, to be sure.
And maybe a lot different. Yeah, last week was spread them out and run, and you can go to the line and get it off. So these guys definitely, we're going to. I still think it might not be as slow and slogging in the trenches as maybe we're making it out to be, but it may. And we're still getting a lot of cutting out here. I think I'm going to change out the batteries here and see if that'll help us.
All right, well, we will keep up with that. And let's go ahead and take a quick timeout while Dawn changes her batteries. This is the Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. It's been one of those days. Stone Oilfield Services pregame show continues in a moment. Wildcat football on Z94 KZOR. And welcome back to your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from here in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. Looking out over El Paso and the Valley of the Sun here. A beautiful night for football from here in far south, such as far south New Mexico. Don Morgan patrolling the sidelines. We're still working on, trying to find an empty channel. I don't know, for some reason around here it seems like the RF spectrum is flooded, but we will continue to work on that. Of course, last week did not go to the way of the Lovington Wildcats, but as always, there are some bright spots. Wyatt Gomez goes 21 of 36 last week, 287 yards. He did throw 3 touchdown passes, 2 of those to Cesar Gonzalez, and Cesar with 6 catches in that ball game for 106 yards. The other touchdown coming to DeMarcus Thompson. He had 5 catches in the touchdown for 110 yards. He was actually the leading receiver last week, so it was an absolutely fantastic game there as far as that goes. Now, the rushing statistics, you didn't look so good. Only 15 total rushing yards in that ball game. The leading rusher last week for Lovington was actually Jaden Gutierrez on an end around. He had 1 carry for 7 yards, and he was the leading rusher for Lovington. So I think going to be very important here today for the Wildcats to work on and try to establish the run, because it's, a case of the pass sets up the run, and sometimes the run sets up the pass. So going to be very important, I think, for the Cats to get that done as we await the presentation of the colors from here at Santa Teresa High School. Great to have you with us, and like to say a big thanks to our friends at Lovington Auto Supply, Lovington Schools, Bob's Thriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Mann Welding, Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, Devon Energy, CYA Trucking Insurance, and Eastern New Mexico University, making Wildcat football possible here on Z94 KZOR, on the Z94 KZOR app, and, of course, streaming live on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. So we are continuing our pregame show as, again, just, we're still working on Dawn's mic a little bit. And, Dawn, I'm showing you back.
Right. Yeah. So maybe this is maybe it'll be it will cut out less and less interference somehow. Now I don't know.
I don't either. We'll figure it out.
We'll see. We'll continue. There's nothing we can do except move on, move along. But it does sound better. I think it is better. So.
All right. So we will go with that as we prepare for the presentation of the colors. We will go ahead and wrap up your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. Come back with the kickoff as Wildcat football continues in a moment here on Z94 KZOR. And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Football here on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington, the Z94 KZOR app, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and on HobbsAmerica.com. With Dawn Morgan Fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle from above Desert Warrior Stadium. Brad Henderson running our camera tonight, and Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. The Wildcats won the toss but deferred, and so we will see the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors coming out first on the offensive side of things. So Lovington will be kicking off from our left, that is left to right, and I believe that is, matter of fact, I know for 100% fact is they're kicking off from the north down to the south end zone. So going to be about 95 degrees as we kick things off here tonight and preparing for the start of this one, the third game for the Wildcats as they look to get into the win column at 0-2. Santa Teresa trying the same at 0-1. Again, we're continuing to kind of work on some of the field side mic things. Is very interesting. The RF spectrum here around Santa Teresa is just absolutely flooded on all of our channels. So not sure quite what is up with that, but hey, we'll make the best of it. As now Santa Teresa out on the field. Lovington's been out there for like 2 or 3 minutes and ready to go. The Wildcats are on the road whites, the all-white unis with the blue letters and numbers, the white hats with cats in script on the side. For the home team, Desert Warriors, they are in the home dark unis, black tops with turquoise pants, turquoise letters and numbers, and an interlocking ST on their black helmets. So two teams that have played each other and quite a bit over the last about 10 years. They know each other pretty well. So let's see if familiarity breeds contempt and what is going to happen. A 4A, 5A battle here tonight from Santa Teresa. And hi, Dawn. I think maybe we've got you.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Hey, sounds good.
Woo.
That's the best it's been all night.
Hey,
so.
I did some, okay, yeah.
So
we'll see. Let's see.
All right, well,
okay.
Keep your fingers crossed, everybody
Yes.
at home, that we keep everything working here. So,
Right.
because you're also our crowd mic tonight too.
Right, yeah.
We
And
are
I've
in
got
the hermetically sealed booth here, and
Yeah, I've gotta
we
close.
apologize in advance about the about some of the glare on the windshield. So,
All right, let me close the gate here. All right, close the gate of the mic.
all right,
Okay,
here we go as the kickoff, and it will be a short one. It is a spinner that'll be fielded at the 38. The ball is loose. It's a mad scramble for it at the 35-yard line. Lovington saying they've got it, and they do. The Cats get the opening kickoff on the turnover, and so Lovington immediately gets a break, Dawn. As the Cats came up from the bottom of the pile with that one. I believe that was Jaden Gutierrez who came up with it. So great job for the Wildcats, and now they'll have it 1st and 10. Great field position from the Santa Teresa 37-yard line. So a short field for Wyatt Gomez and the rest of the squad to work with. We do have some guys back tonight that should see limited action. Dallas Cardenas, Alec Olguin were both on the roster tonight. So Lovington going to bunch everybody in fairly tight from the near hash mark. They'll fake the handoff. They'll throw the screen. Far side to Thompson. He's across the 30, down to the 25. Still on his feet across the 20, to the 15, 10, 5. Put it in the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. 37 yards on the wide receiver screen to the far side to DeMarcus Thompson. And just like that, Dawn, the Cats strike first.
Two plays and
Yeah, 2 big plays, and just like that, the Wildcats have gotten it, and now we're getting flooded on this channel too, looks like. It's like somebody upstairs does not like us. And we'll keep working on it. So the point after to come, 1 play, 1 score, 12 seconds in, and the point after is up into the desert air, and it is good. With 11:48 to go here in the first quarter, it is Lovington 6, Santa Teresa nothing. We'll be back in 1 minute as Wildcat football continues on KZOR. And just a quick note, we can do this on the stream. Evie will bring us back on KZOR. There was an offside penalty called, and so Lovington is going to have to attempt the point after once again. It looks like Ian Bustillos will set up to kick it. Nope, now they're going to run the Wildcat and go for it. And so, hey, they'll take advantage of that 1 yard penalty, and Cameron Ochoa will bang it in for the Wildcat 2-point conversion. So I'm thinking Santa Teresa's going, it went from bad to worse, as now it's 8-0 in favor of the Lovington Wildcats. So a very impressive start to this one, Dawn.
Yeah, 12.
And we've got another
12
flag
seconds
on,
in.
And another flag on the play. And it'll be on Lovington this time, but I think they're going to enforce it on the kickoff. Yeah, they're going to enforce this one on the kickoff. So, all right, so a 1 yard penalty. I'm not even going to bother to write that down other than just to make a note of it. I believe I didn't see the call, so we'll see how far back they go, though. It might be a hold. And so there's 5, there's 10. Nope, it was a personal foul, so they're going to move him back 15 yards on the kickoff, and so Lovington will have a long way to kick it. So that'll move them all the way back to the 25 for the kickoff, but hey, who knows? This might spur them, and, sometimes Coach G, when they move them back like that, will gamble and kind of try and kick one mid-range and, do just what they did a minute ago. Another interesting note is Lovington has got and has had for the last probably 5 or 6 years excellent place kicking out there, and they switch around Caleb Aranda and Remy Hernandez. I believe it's Hernandez who's going to tee it up. Actually, that's going to be Mayan Bustillos who's on doing the kicking duties. So Bustillos will actually be teeing it up, and he can kick it pretty well too. So let's see as we are ready to go. Lovington leading early 8-0 and the kickoff, and that is a high end over-ender that is going to go over the head of the deep man, and he touches it, but he'll pick it up on the bounce. Comes out across the 20, 25 to the 30 to the 31-yard line, and he is going to be knifed down. That was Isaiah Sinaceros. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Desert Warriors of Santa Teresa, their first possession of the ball game.
And Patrick Sanchez was one of the Lovington men on that stop.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Santa Teresa as they will come out onto the field. They've got a couple of guys listed at quarterback. I believe they're going to have number 9, Daryl Froese, is their quarterback, I do believe. And, well, no, looks like actually they're going to have a number 5 out there. That'll be Nicholas Vieira. I believe he is the coach's son. So Vieira is the quarterback, and he will throw it across the middle, and that one is going to be picked off as the Wildcats have picked it off. One pass and the INT, and it is Lovington football once again is sliding in front of that one. Jaden Gutierrez.
Yep.
So
nice.
The pass by Vieira, Nicholas Vieira, is picked off, and the Wildcats are in business again.
And one of the players said,
all right, well, we're cutting out again. Sorry about that, Dawn. So Lovington will take back over, so 2 turnovers already forced by the Lovington Wildcats. From the shotgun formation, hand it off, and nope, they'll fake the handoff. Throw it near side. It's complete to Gonzalez. He cuts it back across the grain. He's to the 30, out to about the 28-yard line. He's going to be very close to first down yardage as everybody in the stadium, including me, bought that play fake. And it'll wind up being let's see for sure where they're going to put it. Going to say right just shy of the first down.
Yeah, it's just shy of it. It's right on the 29-yard line. The nose is.
So just shy of the first down. Nope. Now they're going to move it forward and give him the 10 yards. So move the chains. First down for the Wildcats. Empty set in the backfield. Trips left to the Twins to the right. Keeping it himself is Gomez. He's going to take it, spins, and will be down at about the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 3 on the quarterback keeper. 2nd down and 7. Then, hey, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Whatever works for the Wildcats. So 2nd down and 3. Yeah, now you can, do a little clock control. You're already up 7, or make that 8-0. Not even 2 minutes into the ball game yet. You're marching. Ochoa,
spotting that right on the 27.
Ochoa on the right shoulder. The hard count. Santa Teresa jumps, but do not break the plane. Wyatt with it, three-step drop, now pressured, rolls near side, throws it underneath. That'll be complete to Ochoa out of the backfield. Shake and bake, he's across the 10, high steps it, back inside and put it in the end zone. 6 on the board, touchdown Wildcats, 27 yards to Cameron Ochoa leaking out of the backfield, and the Cats are rolling here early, 14-0.
Rouse, really good running there. He had to shake loose, kind of break out of a couple of who could have stopped that run, but he had to finish.
And so now the point after attempt to come for the Wildcats as Bustillos, and looks like they're going to go ahead and decide, well, all right, they're going to try and just kick it this time. So Bustillos is the kicker out of the hold of Ochoa. The kick is up, it spins through, and it is good. Make sure there's no laundry on the field. Nope, as the field stays clean. With 10:13 remaining in the first quarter, it is Lovington 15 and Santa Teresa yet to get on the board. We're back in a minute as Wildcat football continues on KZOR. And Bustillos on the kickoff. It is a high end over-under. It'll be fielded at the 10, bringing it out to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, cutting it back with a seam, to the 30, to the 40, going for the sideline and looking for room is Ivan Morales, and finally going to be brought down after he crosses well into Lovington territory. It was Bustillos, the kicker, who had to get him. They always say you never want the kicker to be the one that makes the tackle, but Bustillos had to save him right there. So Lovington is up, but it will be Santa Teresa trying to cut a little more into it here, as now they will take over. They've run one play, and it was a turnover. Nicholas Vieira is the quarterback. He's got a single back in the backfield with him, twins to the left, a single receiver to the right, 2 tight ends in the ball game. From the pistol formation, Vieira hands it off and just fighting in the phone booth, as Coach G would say, right up the middle. He hands that off to his running back. I believe that is Ayel Saldana. So Saldana, he's going to pick up some yardage on the play. And now they'll move it forward again. Actually, no yards apparently on the first down. Well, now I'm confused. It should be third down, or did they replay something? Yeah, it is third down. So Saldana with 2 on the first, 6 on the second. There we go, and it's third down and 2. Make the handoff. Vieira keeps it himself. He's got some running room. He's heading to the right side, looking and gets it across the 15 to the 20, still on his feet, and he will dance into the end zone, but we got a flag on the play back at the 20. I got to think this one is coming back on a hold. You've got to think this one will be coming back on the hold. So, yep, it is going to be holding on Santa Teresa, so that'll wipe out a big gain there for their quarterback. Again, trying to get everything reset here. So as Santa Teresa will take it after the penalty, they did have a first down, but it called back the touchdown as they will hand that to Saldana, and he's going to bang forward and get about a yard out of it, but not any more than that, and so it'll be second down and 9. So second down and 9 from the shotgun. Vieira looks to pass, goes over the middle, and overthrows his intended target, Ulysses Montes. So that'll bring up a third down. So it'll bring up a third down for Santa Teresa. So Lovington's defense looking to bend and not break. Lovington going to stack everybody across the front. Fake the handoff, and Lovington stays at home, and wrapping him up is Henderson and driving him down. It was a designed quarterback run, and Vieira is going to be pushed backwards. He's going to lose 3 yards, and that'll bring up a fourth down and about 11 now for Santa Teresa. So fourth down and 11, they will go for it deep in Lovington territory, as they are at the 32-yard line inside Wildcat territory. Clock moves with 8:20 remaining in the first. From the shotgun, waiting, and just throwing a little desperation heave to the near side. Saldana leaks out of the backfield and gets it, tippy-toes across the sideline. He's across the 15 and down to about the 10-yard line, and so he's going to get 22 yards out of that one on a desperation heave to Saldana. And it'll be first down for the Desert Warriors, their second of the ball game. Patrick Sanchez doing a nice job bringing him down. Jaden Gutierrez. So now be first and 10 from the 11. Hand it off. New running back in the ball game. Just bowls down inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line. That's number 37. I do not have a 37 on the roster, but he's going to pick up about 6 on the play. And so it'll be second down and about 4 from the 5. As Vieira looks back, waits on it. Now he's going to change the play at the line. Number 37 is his deep back. Actually, that's 33 now. Under pressure, throws it, finds a man in the soft zone, and that is number 33 as he will flip that one out to David Gutierrez. And it's good for a 5-yard touchdown, and Santa Teresa is on the board now. So the 5-yard touchdown to Gutierrez. Good pressure put on by the defense, but just lost that man on the little underneath route. Dawn, when we get to the break here in just a minute, I will reset this system up here and see if we can get that to clear up. So now we await the point after. Santa Teresa out to attempt the PAT. And his big number 60. I believe that's Ramirez, and he will kick it up, and it is good. With 7:14 to go in the first quarter, it is Lovington 15, Santa Teresa 6. We're back in 1 minute here on Z94 KZOR. The Desert Warriors move it down the field, and a 5-yard touchdown pass from Vieira to Gutierrez. The point after from Ruiz is good, and they cut Lovington's lead down to 8 points. 15-7 is the score as the Wildcats prepare for the kickoff. So Lovington in the lead here, still early, not even halfway through the first quarter yet. But Lovington's offense has definitely come out to play today. That is for sure. As we await the kickoff, a couple of Cats back deep to receive, and it'll be a high end-over-ender, and Lovington just going to watch that one go into the end zone, and they will bring that one out to the 20-yard line. And Don, I don't know if you can hear me, but do you have us back? So channel 110 is what I'm showing. Or are we on 1-8? Anyway, it'll be Lovington football. We'll work that out in just a minute. They're going to split out a man out wide to the right side. That is Betancourt. Everybody else in tight. Make the pitch to Ochoa. Cameron on the sweep is hit behind the line, and he is going to lose 3 yards on the play. So first carry of the night for Ochoa, and he loses yardage. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 13. So the Wildcats trying to do what they can, trying to figure this one out. Everybody still in tight. One receiver out wide left, one right. Make the handoff, throw it to Betancourt on the little crossing route. He's across the 25, out to about the 27-yard line and being gang tackled and finally going to be held up. Charge being led by Gutierrez. So the completion to Betancourt. And it'll be good for a pickup of 9, but it'll still be a 3rd down. So I'm going to switch over to channel 1-8 here in just a moment. As I've got our box up here recycling, Dawn. So a little behind the scenes here. So an important 3rd down and call it 3 for the Wildcats. As we hit the halfway point of the quarter on the right shoulder is Ochoa. Make the handoff, though, the screen, and Ochoa going to slip down behind the line. It is complete to Cameron, but he's going to lose a couple of yards. And so now it'll be decision time for Coach G, as it'll be 4th down and 6. So 4th down and 6, and it'll be a quick kick, and that one is going to go, and it'll take a big Lovington bounce at the 40, go inside the 30, and they'll kill it at the 29. So a great punt, and the Wildcats will down it, and Santa Teresa will take back over. So now going to be very important for the Wildcats, for the defense, to see if they can step up and hold this one down. So Santa Teresa will bring it out onto the field. I think we've got everything back on the right channel here. So Dawn, are you back with us? All right. Well, still fighting with a whole lot of interference here in Santa Teresa. I don't know what's going on with that. We will continue to work on it and see what we can do. So I am back on 1-8, it looks like, Dawn. So back on 1-8. So we've got a penalty on the play. And sorry, I'm trying to get everything working. And so move them back. That'll move them inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. As Vieira looks to pass, those it up the seam, gets a man in stride out across the 35 to the 40, as moving and in stride. How did Ivan Morales get that one? I don't know. He'll go from the 15 all the way to the 42-yard line, so that'll be 10, 20, 27 yards to Morales, and it'll be a 1st down for the Desert Warriors. So 1st down and 10, that's their 3rd 1st down of the ball game. And now they will hand it off, but nowhere to run. Good inside defense for the Wildcats, as Saldana is going to get no yards on that one. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10. And we are on 1-8 up here too, Dawn. So don't know what is going on here. We'll do a channel scan in a minute, see if we can find another open channel. Vieira back to pass, is hit as he throws. That one is going and knocked away at the last moment, as getting behind the defense was number 3, Montez. So Montez had a step. Somehow the Wildcat defender closed and got the big hand on it and knocked it away at the last second. So that was a huge one there for the Wildcats to get that one and knock it away and bring up a second down. And we've got a flag on the play. So generally when that happens, it's in the neighborhood of holding. So waiting on the call from the man in the white hat. They will move them back 10 yards, so that will be a hold. That'll be the third penalty for 30 yards against Santa Teresa. So replay second down. It'll be second down and 20. Vieira looks to pass. He overthrows everybody and throws it right into the hands of the Wildcats. Intercepted by Cesar Gonzalez, who doesn't have a lot of room, but flags are going to fly as I think they're going to maybe get a horse collar or a face mask as they'll whistle that one on Gutierrez in the defense. And we'll see for sure as they discuss it, but it is the INT, and the Wildcats defense comes up with their third turnover of the ball game. So right at midfield, but I have a feeling this one's going to get improved, and it'll be personal foul, face mask on Santa Teresa, so that'll move them up to the 35-yard line. First down and 10 for the Wildcats. So first and 10 for the Wildcats after they get the INT, and then they'll move them up. So good field position for Lovington. So first and 10 from the 35 for the Wildcats. And, Don, if we have to, we might have to just switch over to a phone line here in just a minute as the handoff to Ochoa goes left side, slips out of a tackle, gets out of another one across the 30, down to the 29-yard line, 6 yards on the ground for Ochoa, where he is slammed down by Froese. So Ochoa going to be in positive territory now. After a good pickup there of 6, it'll be second down and 4 from the 29-yard line. As the Wildcats continue to march, leading by 7, make that 8, 15-7 the score, 3.5 to go in a fast-moving first quarter. Send a man in motion, that is Ochoa, and it'll be the Wildcat. Actually, is Ochoa going to take the handoff, and he's going to get up and be pushed backwards as he goes over left tackle and gets a couple of yards out of it. Not quite enough to get the first down, so it'll be third down and call it 1.5 yards or 2 yards. And, Don, I'm showing 112 again as being open. So let's go back to 112 and see if we can get you back in this. So it'll be third down and an important 2 yards now for the Wildcats. Back in the ball game. Blitz is coming. Pressure underneath. Get it to Ochoa in the right flat. Got some room. Gets to the sideline after a block to the 20, to the 15. Tripped up at the 10 and down to the 5-yard line. It'll be 22 yards as he leaked out of the backfield again. And that was a huge one, Dawn Morgan. Welcome back.
Yeah. For as long as it lasts, let's hope.
Yeah, something weird is going on with this box.
Yeah.
So first and goal from the 5 after the 22-yard pitch and catch. So now the Wildcats on the march.
Knocking on the door.
They are. First and goal from the 5-yard line. Gomez from the shotgun. Ochoa on his left shoulder. Send a man in motion right to left. Rolling that way, throwing underneath and not able to pick it up off of the shoe tops. The intended target over there, Cesar Gonzalez. And it'll be 2nd and 5 on the incompletion. Interesting note, though, that is the first incompletion that Gomez has thrown in this ball game.
Yep. Everything has pretty much gone Lovington's way so far.
Yes, it has.
Knock on AstroTurf.
And field turf or whatever it's called now. I remember the first time we played here about 10 or 15 years ago, this thing was a gopher hole.
Right.
They have done a nice job at this facility over the years.
Beautiful field and track.
So second and goal from the 5. Everybody in tight. Gomez looks to pass. Throws it to the back right corner and overthrows Gonzalez. as he just put the gun on that one, Don, when he kind of needed to arc it in a little bit.
Yeah, he needed a little lighter touch, softer touch, and even though, he went up the ladder for it, he's not tall enough to reel that one in.
So it'll bring up a 3rd and goal from the 5. You don't want to get this close and come up empty. You lead this one by 8, but you'd like to get it up back out to 14 or a 15-point lead. So now the Wildcats will bring it out. They're going to spread it out. Twins left, twins right from the near hash. Ochoa on the left shoulder. Gomez waits for it, has it. Option pitch. Going to Cameron, going for the deep left corner, and he will turn the corner and get it into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. Ochoa has his 2nd touchdown of the evening, his first rushing touchdown, and the Cats are back up by 14.
That was a foot race that he in time.
So now the point after to come for the Wildcats, trying to go back up by 15 points. So on to do the kicking. Ian Bustillos, and the kick is up, and it wobbles wide to the left and no good. But with 2:07 to go in the first quarter, it's Lovington 21, Santa Teresa 7. We're back in 30 seconds here on KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. The Wildcats take advantage of another Santa Teresa turnover, their 3rd of the ball game, and will take it 35 yards, capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run on the option pitch to Cameron Ochoa. The point after is no good, and with under 2 minutes to play in the first, 1:59 officially, it's Lovington 21, Santa Teresa 7. With Don Morgan patrolling the sidelines, I'm TJ Miracle. Thank you for being with us wherever you are tonight. Southeast New Mexico, West Texas, and around the world. So preparing for the kickoff as Bustillos to do the kicking duties tonight. Puts the big boot into it. This one's going to be a little bit shorter, and that one is going to bounce in no man's land, then take a Lovington bounce. If the Cats fall on it, it is theirs. It's Wildcat football. Wildcat football is coming up from the bottom of the pile with it once again. Another turnover credited to Jaden Gutierrez, and the 4th turnover of the night, and the Cats are in business again, Don.
What? Can you? Oh. Gone. They almost start. It's. Wow.
Yeah, a wow for sure. 4 turnovers forced, and we've still got 1:55 to go here in the first quarter. So Lovington now will have it 1st and 10 from the Santa Teresa 31-yard line. So from the shotgun formation. Hand it, pitch it to Thompson. On the little end around. He's got some room. He's got a block. He's to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Put it in the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. As DeMarcus Thompson on the end around will take it home 31 yards. And the Cats are rolling. Wow, wow, wow.
These guys are almost stunned. They're looking at each other like, it's exciting. They're almost so stunned they're not making as much noise because nobody can believe just how fast Love has just gotten everything to go their way. Up on the board, ready for the kick.
27-7 is the score. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is a line drive that'll sneak over the crossbar good. With 1:46 remaining in the first, it's Lovington 28 and Santa Teresa 7. We're back in 1 minute on KZOR. The Cats take advantage of the fourth turnover of the night for Santa Teresa in one play 31 yards later, and the Cats are in the end zone again on the kickoff as good coverage down the field as Lovington converges. Matthew Prudencio on the stop, and it'll be 1st and 10 now for Santa Teresa, who's had their trouble hanging on to the football.
Yeah, I think
here in the first quarter. So, yeah, we're still in and out, and we're gonna work up something at halftime to try, or rather at the change of quarter to try and get this. So the ball will be at the 25-yard line, and timeout is going to be taken by the Lovington Wildcats. So 1:39 remaining here in the first half. We'll just keep it right here, and while we have a moment, say thanks to our friends at Eastern New Mexico University, CYA Trucking Insurance, Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Stone Oilfield Services, Man Welding, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Lovington Schools, and Lovington Auto Supply. Of course, coming up at halftime, we have your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show, keys to the second half. And before that, we will have our Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation. Of course, a big thanks to Coach G. Always nice to talk to us. And again, we will switch over and see if we can get Dawn. And just a quick note, wondered why we were having a new kicker tonight. Thanks to Patrick Alexander, former employee of the station, former voice of Lovington soccer for us, as Hernandez and Aranda are both in Los Alamos this weekend for the soccer tournament. Of course, good luck to the Wildcat soccer team. So out of the timeout, it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Desert Warriors from their own 25-yard line with 99 seconds to go. Here in the first quarter, Lovington up 28-7. It is pretty much gone as scripted for the Wildcats. So Vieira is the quarterback. And the running back in the backfield with him is Saldana. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 25. Lovington, 5 men across the front. Hand it to Saldana, hit in the backfield by Henderson, and then going to be cleaned up in the backfield by another Wildcat, and it will be a no gain officially on the play. And so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Clock continues to move, 1:20 remaining. Here in the first, 2nd down and 10. Vieira with it, looks to pass. He wants it all. Is going up the seam, and that one is thrown right to a Lovington Wildcat. Welcome back, Alec Olguin. Gets it at the 50, gets away from a man at the 45 to the 40, cuts it back to the 30, and going to be knifed down there. But Alec Olguin, welcome back. You just got the 5th turnover of the ballgame, the 3rd INT thrown by the quarterback Vieira, and Lovington is in business again. They could make this a 28-point lead still in the first quarter.
And there have been incredible.
And Don, just FYI, when we get to the quarter break, the number that'll show up on your phone will be 7922, or the last 4 digits, I think. So from the shotgun, fake the handoff. Gomez passing up the seam and overthrows his intended target. A little late bump as going down, trying to get Elijah Rivero. So it'll be incomplete, but still 102 through the air for Wyatt Gomez in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. So 2nd and 10. It's Coach Vieira coming over. He's barking at the head referee about something. He's telling him back up and calm down, Coach. I think he might have been arguing about something going on, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Lovington going to change the play at the line. 1:02 remaining in this first quarter. Lovington up big, 28-7. So from the shotgun with twins left, twins right. High snap, Wyatt handles it, fakes the handoff, comes near side, and just overthrows his intended target. Was trying to get Cesar Gonzalez, but it'll be incomplete. Now, Wyatt was on his first 6 passes, but has missed his last 4. So now it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats. You've got to take advantage of the turnovers. They've cashed in on the 4 previous ones. Can they cash off on the 5th one? 3rd down and 10, a 28-7 lead, 57 seconds remaining here in this quarter. First quarter of action from Santa Teresa, New Mexico. Split out Ochoa, looking to pass. Good protection, now flushed. Gomez goes left, comes back. Flag on the play, going to the back of the end zone, and that one is going to be picked off. Nope, it'll be incomplete, but we'll have a hold, and it will be holding on Lovington. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Second penalty on the Wildcats for 25 yards, and they will replay. I've got to think Coach Vieira is going to make them replay this one. At third down, and it'll wind up being third and about 23. By the time it's all said and done. No, they decided to decline it. Did I see that correctly? And force the fourth down. So waiting for sure on the call. And, yeah, they will decline the penalty. And so the penalty will be declined. And so Coach Vieira is going to make Lovington go for it on fourth down. He didn't want to give them the extra down here. So Coach G will, of course, go for it. 46 seconds to go in the first. He's up by 3 touchdowns. You just need 10 yards. You don't need all of it. Twins to the left, a single receiver down to the right side. Changing the play at the line. Now they're going to split Ochoa into the slot on the right. So empty set in the backfield. Wyatt with time, looks left, goes left, sidearm sling, and has a man and into the end zone. 6 on the board. No! They're going to say he caught it, but he stepped out at
of
the
bounds.
2.
He stepped and then went back in. I saw that. He stepped out and went back in, but they're going to say.
So 26 yards to Cesar Gonzalez, his second catch of the ball game. And it'll be first and goal for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's what one of the refs was trying to signal, was that he thought he had stepped completely out, but he stepped in and went across the corner.
So first and goal for the Wildcats. Welcome back, Dawn. At least for the moment. We'll still try and connect it up on the phone, I think, here at the break. Fake the handoff as Wyatt comes right, and he is going to be horse-collared. And he tosses it up, and the flag comes out. But, yeah, we're going to have the horse collar, and so that'll be half the distance to the goal and the automatic first down for the Wildcats. And so another penalty called. That one I am going to write down. So half the distance to the goal. It'll wind up. That is very dangerous, but Lovington gets a break right there with 30 seconds left to go. So it'll be first down and goal to go from about the 2-yard line. Let's see for sure where they are going to spot it. Dawn, you may have a better eye on it than I do. And, yep, looks like they will take it up to the 2-yard line. So first and goal from the 2. So Lovington with a chance to cash in the 5th turnover of the first quarter by Santa Teresa. And it looks like that is exactly what they'll do. So it'll be first and goal from the 2. Empty set. Nope, I'm sorry. Ochoa is the deep back. We're kind of at a strange angle. Throw it. Quick slant underneath. Nobody home. And we got guys fighting away from the football. You got to be very careful out there, Alex Rivera. They're trying to goad you. It'll be incomplete, and it'll be second and goal from the 2. Second and goal from the 2. I'm not sure why you don't just line them up and let them bang it in there, but yes, you got to do what you got to do. So split them out. Twins left, twins right. Single back on the backfield on the right shoulder is going to be Ochoa. Hand it to Ochoa, sweeps it to the left side, stiff arms a man, gets away from him, dives to the left pylon, and yes, sir, puts 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats, as Ochoa has his second rushing touchdown of the game, and the Wildcats will take the lead in this one, 34-7, and we've still got 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Can you believe this?
Correct. Circumstance game.
Yeah. You can't make it up, that's for sure. So now the point after to come as Bustillos to kick it out of the hold of Ochoa. As Kamen down and preparing, and the kick is up, and it is good. With 21 seconds to go here in this first quarter, it's Lovington 35, Santa Teresa 7. We're back in a minute right here on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. On the rollout, as going out is going to be the quarterback, Vieira. He is hit in the backfield and dropped as the Wildcats get him. That'll be actually in the books as make it a 2-yard sack. And so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 for Santa Teresa. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan is field side, now connected via our trusty backup phone line. Never thought we would use it for that, and we've got a timeout going to be taken on the field. So we'll just keep it right here with 11:35 to go in the first half. And, Dawn, what's your impression been from the sideline so far?
Yeah, well, I've spent my time worried about the text so much. I haven't had as much head in the game. I've been worried about keeping track and keeping up with the scorebook and the down yardage. So since I couldn't get hurt, so not not a lot of information to give you, except that I had also asked already about the kicking situation, but you couldn't hear me tell you about the information that you ended up getting from Patrick.
Well, and of course, we appreciate everybody who keeps us honest up here and
you bet.
And making that work.
So you can hear it from me. So I thought, good. I'm glad you found a way to get that through. So it's good. And these guys, for the record, are extremely happy to have a more of a full roster to work with tonight, to have O'Gean back, to have Cardenas back, and Weischer's chomping at the bit and hoping that, it's going to be October when he gets back in hopefully by the time.
And so it'll be a little pitch out underneath, and great coverage for the Lovington Wildcats as it's complete, but Kyler Reeves is right there to take down Saldana. It'll be no gain on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. Actually, it'll be a 2-yard loss, so 4th down and 11. So 4th down and 11 on the 2-yard loss. That is the first completion that Vieira's thrown in a while. His last 2 attempts were both intercepted. So it'll be punt time now for Santa Teresa, as Lovington already leads by 28. We could get running clock time coming pretty darn quick here, as the punt is a high one into the night air, a high spiraling punt, and it'll be fielded and fair caught by the Wildcats. As going back and getting that one was Jaden Gutierrez. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line, Dawn. So the defense doing a nice job right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And the word had gone out, on the sideline about the fact that things should be out on the field, and that Teresa was really frustrated and really taking it out. There was a lot of jawing action going on and a lot of warnings from the assistant coaches over here to not get sucked into that and, stay clean, play clean.
From the 25-yard line, Lovington, their worst starting field position of the evening. It'll be 1st down and 10. On the pitch, it'll be to Ochoa. Going to sweep it to the right side. Gets the corner, but a good play by Santa Teresa's defender over there, as Cameron doesn't quite get the corner. He's still going to get a couple of yards out of it, but good pursuit, and it'll be 2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard gain. Well, they've worked that pretty good a couple of times. We've got a flag on the play.
We have a player.
We've got a player down.
It looks like a cramp. They're stretching the leg out. And we're just going to take a timeout. He's on his back, so I can't see the number of this gentleman, but it does look like a cramp. They are working out his calf muscle. They're working on that. So, Charlie horse.
Those are never any fun. Painful. Yes, they are. Those are never any fun at all. So with the injury timeout, 10:28 remaining here in the first half. Lovington 35, Santa Teresa 7. We'll be back in 1 minute on KZOR.
Clear.
Thank you. Is Dawn coming through okay, or about like a phone? Is everything sounding okay? after the injury timeout as going down and cramping up David Gutierrez, who has played his heart out in the first quarter plus. But he's up and off, and so Lovington will take back over. It'll be 2nd down and 8, 10.5 to go in the first half. Lovington in charge of this one. From the shotgun, it's Wyatt with twins left, twins right. Good snap. Wyatt with it. Looks, comes near side, slings it. Alec Olguin, and just out of the reach of Olguin, his first target. As Olguin coming back from injury, targeted, but just a little bit in front of him. If Alec was 2 inches taller or about 100th of a second faster in the 40, he's off to the races. As Gutierrez will check back into the ball game, it'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Already with a big lead and trying to tack onto it. Twins left, twins right. Santa Teresa shows blitz. Hand it off. Nope, as Wyatt will keep it himself, and he's going to cross the 30 out to the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the quarterback keeper for Wyatt. And
that was
so,
a good fake.
yes, it was. And so it'll be 4th down and about 4. So decision time for Coach G. He has punted once tonight. Not sure, maybe you don't think about the fake here. Your defense has played pretty good with the exception of losing a couple of receivers underneath on that touchdown drive.
You're giving them the 30-yard line if you do that. So.
Oh, I didn't say it was the smart thing to do. I just said it's.
You might be inclined to do that. Try that.
Send a man in motion, and it will be a kick, and I think that is the right call. It'll be a high spiraling punt, going to be fielded back at the 25-yard line, and the fair catch called for and made by Ulysses Montes. So a good punt, and that will pin Santa Teresa back on their own 30, so it flips the field as you got a 50-yard punt. That was a good punt there from Bustillos, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Santa Teresa. And again, we apologize for the glare, and not much we can do about it. We do not have lights in this booth to kind of help counter, but Brad doing a great job on the camera, keeping it as clear as we can. You can read our shirts. I'm not sure if, if you're bored, I guess. Don't know how you could be bored, but anyway. So Vieira is the quarterback. 2-step drop, and he is going to let it fly down the left sideline. Has a man and turned the wrong way, as it looked like he was thinking it was going to come more towards away from the sideline. The receiver thinking it was a sideline route instead of kind of that little seam route on the far side. Anyway, no matter how you look at it, it'll be incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
It was Morales Ivan that was intended for him. Pretty good coverage on him, though, as well.
52 yards through the air for Vieira, as he will hand it off and just coming right up the gut, but no gain as the line does a nice job stacking up Saldana there. So he's got 6 carries for just 9 yards. So Lovington has done a nice job on him. He is carried for no yards on his last 3 touches. So 3rd down and 9. As the Cats defense trying to come up in a big way here. Vieira going to roll right side. He's looking. He's going to throw it underneath, and he will have a man out across the 35 and near the 40.
It is complete.
And it will be complete to number 11. That is Armando Ramirez. And they are going to give him the 1st down. Well, that'll be the 4th 1st down for the Santa Teresa Warriors. Bumped out on the near side by Patrick Sanchez. So 1st and 10. Hand it off, and coming through the middle is Saldana, and he's going to wind up with about 5 yards to the 45-yard line. So Saldana breaking for a little bit. So it'll be 2nd down and call it 6. So a 4-yard gain officially. Keep it between the lines. 8.5 to go in the first half. Oh, the snap, fake the handoff. Vieira keeps it himself. And on the keeper, Cameron Ochoa going to get him. Vieira still on his feet, though, still fighting. And Henderson and a couple other Cats going to come over and clean him up. But he's going to pick up about 5 on the quarterback keeper. That kid did not want to go down.
No, it took Marquez and Juarez to come over and help get him down completely.
And we have an injury on the field as a Warrior is down on the near side.
that's near field. That's closer to you guys. There's a big huddle around him. So
yes, there is. We cannot see the number, and they are huddling around him. So with 8:07 to go here in the first half, it's Lovington 35, Santa Teresa 7. Injury timeout. We will return with more Wildcat football. And welcome back to Wildcat football. Is being helped off the field is Nathan Sines, the senior lineman. So you certainly hope that young man is okay. Big part of their offensive and defensive lines. So it'll be third down and about a yard for Santa Teresa after the injury timeout. With Dawn Morgan fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle. Brad Henderson running camera, Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. So they're going to run the stacked backfield and tripping up the runner. And, we got guys going everywhere. And we are going to have, as Saldana, going to get only about a yard. But as Anson Marquez and Frost were just having an absolute battle, and Marquez slung Frost down. So I have a feeling they're going to tack 15 yards onto the end of this one. He didn't get the first down. Didn't look like Don, but they did. And it'll be personal foul on Lovington. Yep, they did not get enough for the first down. It's no gain on the play, but it'll be 15 yards tacked onto the end of it for the first down. That is the second personal foul on Lovington. They've got to be very careful. At this point, it looks like Santa Teresa kind of trying to bait them a little bit.
They are, and they have been, and I was trying to say that and couldn't be heard back when our interference was going on. But yes, the word is out to the players here through the assistant coaches that Santa Teresa was getting very frustrated. By the time that Lovington made its fourth touchdown, there was a lot of attitude on the field, a lot of stuff being said and taunting, and some physical things that weren't being seen and caught, and just.
So
players were warned, hey, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
That'll move the ball into the Lovington 36-yard line as Vieira keeps it himself and is going to be hit behind the line, falls forward and gets back out to near the line of scrimmage. A couple of cats coming out from the bottom of that pile. I didn't catch all the numbers. Let's see, big number 72, Francisco Areola, helping on that stop, but no gain officially, and it'll be second down and 10. Clock continues to move, 7:15 to go first half. Vieira from the pistol, high snap, pressure comes. He gets through the first level and jumps across the 35 down to the 34, make it the 33-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain before he is tackled again by Areola. So the 3-yard quarterback keeper by Vieira, and it'll bring up a third down and we'll call it a short 7, long 6. A very important third down. And that'll be a high snap. It'll be over the head of Vieira, and he's just going to have to go eat that one all the way back at the 49-yard line. It'll be a 17-yard sack, and credit half of that sack to Lovington, to number 31, Elon Clayton, and the other half to Marcus Henderson. So the half sack, and that'll be the second sack of the ball game officially for Henderson, and the second sack for the Wildcat defense. And so now it is fourth down and a long way, and it should be punt time for Santa Teresa.
That's about 20.
So a high end-over-ender, And it's coming up and diving out, and that one's going to get away, and Santa Teresa is going to take that one. A Lovington miscue. You don't go for those. You get away from them, and instead Santa Teresa is going to take a Lovington turnover and turn it into a Desert Warrior touchdown. First turnover of the ball game for the Wildcats, bites them. And so
yep, go ahead.
We've had 6 turnovers in this ball game, and they have all turned into touchdowns for the other team.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that was Ezra Messer, 15, who recovered that and took it in. I think it was 1-5 on the jersey. But,
I believe that. Yeah. I think that's actually Ivan Morales, number 15.
15, yeah.
Yeah, we've got like 3 number 15s on there, but I'm pretty sure it's Morales.
Yeah, we have 3 number. Yeah, I just looked down there. Ivan Morales. Yeah, Ezra Messer is also listed as 15, but yeah, it would be Morales.
And so are they going to wipe the touchdown off the board? They're pointing Santa Teresa's way, and they will wipe the touchdown off the board because his knee was down. But a Lovington turnover, dodging a bullet there, but it will give Santa Teresa another first down, and they will be inside the Wildcat red zone at the 20, or rather at the 18-yard line.
You don't want to try to fall on that ball like it's a grenade because that ball is moving, and since it's a football, it's going to take funny bounces, and it did right around the body and right into the hand.
Yeah, inside the 20, you're taught from the very beginning, get away from it. As Coach Vieira, Shea Vieira, is not happy. He was barking at the head ref pretty good. He thought that should have been a touchdown. So now it'll be up to Lovington's D to try to hold again. As Vieira going to hand it off as he tries a little misdirection. Lovington not biting it, though, as Anson Marquez and Marcus Henderson staying at home and hitting the ball carrier. Don, was that number 33 again? Was that Gutierrez?
Looks like 33.
So it'll be Gutierrez is actually going to lose 2 yards on the play. And so that'll bring up a second down and 12. 5.5 to go in the first half. High snap, Vieira handles it, going to be pressured, rolls left, is going to tuck it, take it himself, has room up the sideline, he's inside the 10, gets a block and is knocked down at the 1-yard line. It's a 20-yard rollout and gain for Vieira, and it'll be first and goal on the 6th first down of the ball game for Santa Teresa, first and goal from the 1. Flag on the play, though, I'm being indicated.
And the refs are talking about it, and then they've got.
And it'll be holding on Santa Teresa, so that'll wipe out the touchdown. So I will scratch that one out of the book. One of these years I'm going to learn to bring a pencil instead of a pen for these things. And it's 10 yards from. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So that was a. Where was the spot? Because I'm still looking for. Okay, they threw the flag at about the 15.
Oh, right. Just right about the 14. I think the nose on the football is between the 14 and 15.
All right, so, well, it was actually down at about the 2-yard line, so it'll be third down. It'll be 1st and 5, actually, and a big sack is coming through. The ball is out, and the Wildcats have recovered. The Wildcats take advantage of a penalty, and then they will get the sack and the recovery as Bronx Areola on the recovery on the strip by Anson Marquez, and the Cats have forced the 6th turnover of the ball game on Santa Teresa, and so the Cats defense will hold and force another turnover, and they are going to now try and punch it back the other way and get this one to running clock for the rest of the first half and into the second. Big play there, Don.
Yeah, definitely. Marcus came over here. He's still catching high fives from everybody.
As the throw from Gomez across the middle has a man. That is Gonzalez. Spins out of a man at the 40. Little stutter step at the 50. It's a foot race to the 40, to the 30. He's got a man with him. 20, 15, 10, 5. Put it in the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. 75 yards. Cesar Gonzalez. Meet pay dirt. There is no laundry on the field. And Lovington goes up 41-7. Running clock time.
And he had to make a couple of really great moves. He got out of 2 different tackles. He spun out, kept going, got clear, and just turned on the jet.
The 75-yard touchdown from Wyatt Gomez to Cesar Gonzalez, a thing of beauty. So now the point after to come by Bustillos. High snap, it is handled. The kick is up, and it is good. With 4:57 remaining in the first half, Lovington 42, Santa Teresa 7. It'll be running clock when we return in 1 minute on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. The Wildcats take the sixth turnover of the night and turn it into their sixth touchdown of the night. 75 yards, Wyatt Gomez to Cesar Gonzalez. The point after is good, and the kick, it is a high end over-ender, going to be fielded at the 15, bringing it out to the 20. Little stutter step, looking for some running room to the 27-yard line as Froese will bring it back to about the 27, and it'll be first down and 10 for Santa Teresa, and it is running clock at this point. So the only time it'll stop is for timeouts and, of course, the change of possession and the change of quarter. But the clock will move, and we are going to see 4 minutes and 20 seconds burn off the clock pretty darn fast on Morgan.
Yes, we will. That running clock will take care of that, eat that up, and Lovington will help it every chance they get.
So it'll be first down and 10 for Santa Teresa from their own 29-yard line officially as Vieira high snap, fakes the handoff, looks to pass, pocket collapse. He's going to step up, try and run, still looking for running room, and he is going to get crunched, and the ball is out again. But I think it went into the hands of Vieira as I think it plopped on him right after he got planted out there by DeMarcus Thompson. And also out there looked like Patrick Sanchez. Am I right on that, Dawn?
Yes.
So it'll be a 4-yard sack. I don't know why he just didn't take off with that one and keep trying to get something going. And so it'll be second down and 14. And they will hand it off, and just coming forward and bulling forward is going to be Gutierrez, as he's going to only get 2 yards, though, before a couple of Cats converge on him. Areola out there, keeping that to just a 2-yard gain. It'll be third down and 12. So a third down and 12, 3:12 remaining here in the first half. It is running clock. Lovington up by 35. High snap, fake the handoff. Vieira keeps it himself, comes near side, and he is going to be hit in the backfield. And Kyler Reeves holds on to him, and it'll be officially no gain on the play for Vieira. And it'll be fourth down and 12, and should be punt time for the Desert Warriors. Lovington can get this close to the 50 with a touchdown, and then if they were to score their first drive of the third quarter, this one would be over early. Lovington has one man back. They're coming after the punt, and that one is going to be a sidewinder, and it takes a funny bounce, and it's going to be downed at the Wildcat 45-yard line. That thing had some knuckleball movement on it, Dawn.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like it was a helicopter, but it wasn't intended to be that way. I think the kicker just caught it on the side of his foot unintentionally and had some weird movement on it.
Well, and Lovington was bringing pretty much the house after that one, so it'll be first and 10 from the 45. That's where the Wildcats will take over. Clock moves, under 2 minutes remaining here in the half. Lovington does still have 2 timeouts to work with. Might want to think about using them here as Gomez from the shotgun, twins left, twins right. Ochoa in the backfield. Hand it to Kamen. Big hole up the middle. Little dance across the 50 and out to the 47, 46-yard line. Give or take as Ochoa going to pick up 8 on the play. It'll be second down and 2. 22 yards now on the ground for Kamen Ochoa. Cats are moving, not at warp speed, but they are moving a little bit quicker. So a second down and 2. Twins left, Twins right once again. Good snap. Wyatt with it. Back to pass. Throws it to the far sideline. Has a man. It'll be complete. Across the 40 to the 38-yard line. It'll be a 10-yard pitch and catch to Cesar Gonzalez and move the chains. First down, Wildcats. 121 through the air for Gonzalez. And now
so
doing some math. 213.
What do you do?
Yeah, I think you decline it. Yeah, I think you take the result of the play.
Take the result of the play, yeah. So there's a timeout. Lovington's going to talk about it.
All right. Well, we'll just keep it right here. It'll be a first down no matter how you look at it. So 38, yeah, they're going to take the result of the play. Would have been about the same, really, either way. So it'll be 1st and 10. Oh, and it'll actually be personal foul roughing the passer.
Right.
And they will take that one. So, all right. Yeah, either way, I thought a personal foul was 15 yards. So I think they need to give them another 5 yards out there. But so we're looking
with
at
less
40.
than a minute to play, 57 seconds.
60 penalty yards. Yeah, they will do it from the end of the play, so that'll tack 15 more yards onto it. All right. So, yeah, they get the result of the play and they get the first down and 15 more. So that'll put them on the Santa Teresa 25-yard line. So the Cats are rolling and now knocking on the door of the red zone once again. From the shotgun, high snap. It is handled. Going to tuck it. Come near side. Gomez across the middle and just leads his intended target, Rivero, a little bit far. It'll be incomplete. And that'll bring up a... Yep.
I think he was trying to get rid of that because it was Jackson Boren who was headed for him quickly.
And so now it'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock continues to move. In running clock, throw it. Going to the corner of the end zone. Caught by Gonzalez and put 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats, 25 yards. Cesar Gonzalez, his second touchdown catch of the night. And the Cats are up 48-7, a 41-point lead. It has gone as scripted. 146 receiving yards in the first half for Cesar Gonzalez. 238 through the air for Wyatt Gomez as the kick is up, and it is good. 28 seconds to go here in this first half, 49-7. The Wildcats are rolling. We'll just keep it right here as we've got halftime coming up. Of course, your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Noel halftime show, Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation coming up here in just a couple of moments. As Evie, we are reconnected on the tie line. So we're just having to do all kinds of technical dancing here tonight. So your Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation. I have a feeling Coach G is going to be very happy, as I have a feeling he wanted them to start fast. They did, and finish strong, and so far, so good. So 28 seconds to go. This is going to be a very fast 28 seconds as the Wildcats might be thinking about having an early night after the long bus ride and car ride. Get into the holiday weekend a little bit early. So it'll be first, or rather the kickoff coming. And it will be a low line driver, and that one will be muffed back at the 25-yard line. And Santa Teresa just going to have to do the mad scramble for it. I think they managed to fall on it, though. And, yep, they did. As turn around and let me catch your number.
Just going to run out.
Yeah, that was Jacob Martinez who made the recovery. And, yeah, 987-654-321, yeah. They're just going to run this one out and go ask what the number of the bus that hit them is. Pretty sure it's 88260. That is Lovington zip code, right? But I'm pretty sure that's the number of the bus that hit them. So after one half of play, it is the Wildcats all over the Desert Warriors, 49-7. As Dawn, whenever you grab Coach G for the Bob Thriftway Coaches Conversation, you just take it away.
All right, here we go. Coach, congratulations. Do you think Santa Teresa is going to the locker room to figure out the number of the bus that hit him this first half?
I'm just proud of our guys. Came out and being physical. That's what we challenged to do all week long, was be physical and more physical than them. I felt like that's where we had the advantage, and they've done that. And so a couple of penalties have hurt us early on in the game, but we can take care of that. I want to see us come out and finish a football game like we should.
Start fast, finish strong. I think TJ had just said that might have been your plan, and, hey, it's gone much better than you even probably predicted it would. Some people who might not watch or listen to the game, just checking on the score at halftime, might say, wait a minute, 49-7. Is Santa Teresa playing that badly, or is Lovington playing that well? What do you think?
I mean, I feel like our defense stepped up tonight. You know, that what they want to do is run the football. Had a little success at that early on in the first quarter, but we settled in and started to play, and so they're having to throw the football a little bit. When you put the ball in the air, we got guys that are going to go get it. So just really, really proud of our defense. And then offensively, when you got Alec back, you know, that adds a completely different dynamic. And, you know, Wyatt's throwing the ball really well right now. So we just got to come out here in the second half and finish.
And if you could do that quickly, if you get up, we're going to have running clock again, and that could be a very quick second half. Is that what you're hoping for?
Sure, that'd be great if we can get that. So we just got to have the memory of a goldfish and get in there and come out and play in the second half. Thank you, Don.
All right, Don Morgan, our Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation. Big thanks to Coach G, as always, taking a little time with us at halftime and then, of course, after the game. So your Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation will lead in to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. That'll be in 3 minutes here on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. And welcome back to Santa Teresa. This is your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. You know you're going to need the Napa Know-How for your car at some point. We'll get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go. And the Wildcats have gotten up and gone so far in the first half. They are up 49-7 over the home team Desert Warriors. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. We will start with Santa Teresa. For the Desert Warriors, their quarterback, Nicholas Vieira, goes 5 of 9 for 62 yards. No touchdown, and he has thrown 3 interceptions. I'm sorry, 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions. And that touchdown was a 5-yarder to Gutierrez back in the first quarter. So Gutierrez with the 1 catch for 5 yards. Their leading person, and we are kind of in the dark up here. That's all right. Ivan Morales with 27 yards receiving. He is their leading receiver right now. So 63 through the air on the ground. Lovington's defense has just been swarming. Vieira has had all kinds of trouble moving. He's been sacked 3 times. He has lost 18 yards in the book. Saldana is their leading rusher right now, 8 carries for 14 yards. They got a couple other guys with 1 or 2 carries, but cumulatively as a team, just 5 rushing yards in the first half for Santa Teresa. 62 through the air, 5 on the ground, 67 total yards. And to put that in perspective, they've been flagged 6 times for 60 yards. They've got almost as many penalty yards as they do offensive yards. They did get 6 first downs in that first half, scored 7 points in the first, no points in the second. That's how they get to their 7 on the board. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats. Anything that can go right for the Cats tonight pretty much has. As Wyatt Gomez, 10 of 17, 238 yards. 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. Leading receiver right now, Cesar Gonzalez. He's got 5 catches for 146 yards and 2 TDs. The other TD pass is a 37-yarder to DeMarcus Thompson, and then a 27-yarder to Kamen Ochoa coming out of the backfield as I'm working some quick numbers here. So 37 yards catching, that 1 catch, but it was a big one for Thompson. And then you've got 20, math is never my strong suit, and I'm trying to do it fast. So there's 47 yards, there we go, through the air for Ochoa. On the ground, it's been kind of one of those slow and steady wins the race kind of things. The leading rusher right now is actually DeMarcus Thompson. He got an end around and took it 31 yards to the house for a touchdown. So 1 carry, 31 yards for Thompson to lead in the rushing category. Kamen Ochoa, he's done the yeoman's work, though. He's got 7 carries for 22 yards, but 2 of those 7 have gone into the end zone for a touchdown. So you've got 238 through the air. And I got numbers wrong because I missed that 31-yarder. So that is actually 61. So 298 yards total, 299 yards total in the first half. So 238 through the air, 61 on the ground, 299 total yards for Lovington. They were flagged twice for 30 yards. They were both of the personal foul variety. They scored 35 points in the first quarter. When was the last time we saw that? And then 14 points in the second. That's how they get to their 49. And a touchdown and a 2-point conversion on their opening possession of the half could end this ball game, Dawn.
They had just under 300 yards of offense in that first half, right?
That is correct, 299.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think last week total offensive yardage was just a little over 300. It was like 306 or 309, something like that.
I happen to have that sheet right here. 302, yeah.
302. I was close.
You were very close. So almost as many yards in the first half, as they got all the last week.
Yeah, amazing.
So
amazing.
Napa know-how.
Really turned things down.
Yes, they have. So your Napa know-how keys to the second half, Dawn.
Pretty much what Coach said. I think they're going to have to come out and just be motivated to go ahead and get a couple of touchdowns, get out there, but they need to not take it for granted. They need to not celebrate too soon and relax. They need to just play as intently as they were playing in the first half and just try to, continue that attitude and not be drawn in because, again, Santa Teresa, this far down, they're they've moved from defiant into sort of defeated, a little less attitude, during the last, 5-6 minutes of that first half. But still, it's going to be tempting, for their attitude to kind of bleed over and pull Lovington into some stuff. Lovington needs to just keep their heads high and keep the same attitude and intent that they had when they played the first half, and try to get out here, get a couple of quick touchdowns, and just that running clock will really make things go pretty quickly if they can maintain that ahead.
Well, you're absolutely right. And I think offensively, you come out and, you get that touchdown quickly. Then if you're Coach G, I really do think he would go for 2 to end this one, to just try and get this over, to keep anybody from getting hurt and to keep tempers from possibly flaring. I don't know that. If you're the Wildcat defense, you're hoping you don't have to go out there at all. Now, they have forced 6 turnovers in that first half, and they turned all 6 of them into touchdowns. 6 of their 7 touchdowns came off of turnovers. That is a fantastic number. I'm trying to remember the last time I saw a Lovington team force 6 turnovers in a half. I know I have. I vaguely remember one. It might have been Coach Quinones' first or second year, or maybe Coach Face last year. I'm pretty sure I saw that, but that's been a long time ago. But the defense has just played with their hair on fire and with an intensity really haven't seen yet this season. I don't know what the defensive staff told these kids this week, but they definitely lit the fire under them for sure.
Yeah, they're definitely the fire, and they need to keep it rolling, and just play, contained, control all that energy and roll it out there, in the field in a clean way, and just go ahead and get the W, as quickly as they can. If they can get that touchdown, go for 2 and get that 50 points ahead, then the game is over. But if they come up short, as I said, if they come up short of that, they need to just kind of maintain that intensity and until they can just go ahead and walk off the field early.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're going to be in running clock,
Right.
barring a lot of weird things happening for the entire second half. And, that 24 minutes of clock time, should we go the full way, we'll go very fast. I know Santa Teresa last week had a little trouble with Roswell Goddard. Goddard winning that game 49-0. So, another running clock situation. This may be an opportunity. Coach G, I don't know what he's going to do. He might come out in the second half and get some of his second and third string out and get them some experience. I'm not sure you would do that in this environment. You might put your first team out there for a play or for a series or 2 if you need it, before you start getting some of your backups and third string in there to work on this. But we'll have to see what happens when they come out.
And they should be doing that momentarily. They've reinflated the big cat tunnel, so no sign of the team quite yet out of the locker room, but I know that they're going to be out here shortly.
Of course, after tonight, our 5-week road trip continues, but at least it's a Lee County road trip next week, as for next Friday night it is the War of Lee County, as the Lovington Wildcats will head to Watson Stadium to take on the Hobbs Eagles. Of course, we'll have that game for you right here on Z94 KZOR. Maybe we'll actually have wireless microphones that work and not an environment flooded with RF. I don't know where this stuff is coming from, but hey, we figured it out, and big thanks to Evie back in studio for, kind of riding gain and doing some of the stuff she can do on the backside to keep us all equalized and sounding as good as humanly possible. Evie, you are always appreciated, kiddo, whether we say it or not. Brad Henderson, of course, doing a great job tonight on the camera, and wherever you happen to be, thanks for watching and listening here on Z94 KZOR and, of course, on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. And I'm thinking next week we may announce our $100 winner since we've hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. So I'm thinking we may announce that next week. So if you're a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't yet, well, I won't know that. It'll all just be in the random column, so it could win you $100 of my money, not from the sponsors, not from the stations. It's out of my pocket to say thank you for subscribing to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. And once we hit another 1,000, it's another $100 out of my pocket. So do subscribe and tell your family and friends. Yeah, Dawn?
Santa Teresa out warming up with very, very little fanfare. The Lovington team has come out of the locker room, and they're getting in position ready for the run-on. And, quite a few fans made this long drive and trip on this Friday going into the holiday weekend to be here. And the team has had to provide its own fireworks, and man, have they ever. This is one of those long road trips with no band, no cheerleaders, so the team has provided its own excitement, its own fireworks, so they've done a really nice job of it in the first half, and it's looking good for the second.
As the sun has completely gone down, as from our vantage point across the field from Dawn, we look out over the city of El Paso, and we can look down towards Juarez to our far right and see down into Mexico. We are less than a mile from the Santa Teresa port of entry, but it's a beautiful sight here at this stadium. I do enjoy looking at things from up here. As the Wildcats come back out onto the field, we will have the warm-up period and then come back for the second half. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. You need the Napa Know-How? Get it from Lovington Auto Supply. Napa, get up and go. And when we come back, second half kicks off from here in Santa Teresa. This is Wildcat football from Z94 KZOR. And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football here on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington, the Z94 KZOR app, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and HobbsAmerica.com. With Brad Henderson on the camera, Don Morgan fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle, Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. So the Cats are 8 points away from calling it a night. They lead at 49-7. So the ball will be teed up at the 40. If you're Santa Teresa, you might think about trying an onside kick here, doing something to try and spark your team and your squad. As we await the kickoff, and they will kick it away. It'll be a high end-over-ender, and Lovington just going to watch that one go through the back of the end zone. I think that is the smart play. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line as Cameron Ochoa just watches that one go. So Lovington, an 80-yard field to work with, and as soon as the ball is snapped, the clock will start, and it will not stop except for changes of possession, change of quarter, and timeouts as long as Lovington is 35 or more up. And if they do get to 50 up, this game will be over.
Yeah, and Wyatt Cooper was just doing a few quick warm-up tosses here on the sideline and clapped
Gomez will go up under center, and he will pitch it to Ochoa. Coming near side, turns the 20, gets a block to the 25, and then out to the 29-yard line. Great run. He is brought down by Jonas Lopez, but he's going to pick up 9. And that's a good run. That will control the clock. It is good yardage, and it'll be, well, they're going to give him 8 officially, so 2nd down and 2 from the 28-yard line. So from the 28, clock continues to move. Lovington up big, though. Send a man in motion. It's Gonzalez left to right on the delayed handoff. It's going to be Ochoa crossing the 30 to the 31-yard line. Needed 2. Give him 3 and move the chains. First down, Wildcats. Their 5th first down of the ball game.
They'll spot it on the 32.
So on the 32, so a 4-yard pickup officially. 35 yards on the ground for Cameron Ochoa. 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 32. Wildcat football, Twins left, Twins right. High snap, fake the handoff. Gomez looks to pass, pressured. Rolls right, throws right, and that one is going to be into the Lovington sideline. Dawn Morgan, the intended receiver. Unfortunately, Dawn is not an eligible receiver. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I could have jumped out in front of Ely Clayton to try to get that one. Instead, Clayton took that one by himself here.
And there is a flag on the play right at the 30.
Nice catch.
So flag on the play at the 30. It's holding maybe on Lovington or illegal man downfield for Lovington. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Cats. Just their 3rd penalty of the ball game, their 3rd accepted penalty of the ball game. So that'll move them back 5 yards, and we will try again. Be 1st and 15 for Lovington. So 1st and 15 for the Wildcats after the illegal man downfield. You got to watch that when you're running and gunning like that. Lovington can afford to just take their time and work on a few things here, as everything has gone their way. Twins left, Twins right. Ochoa is the single back in the backfield. Good snap. Wyatt with it. Comes near side. Has DeMarcus Thompson at the 35. Gets away from one across the 40. High step to the 45. Spin move to the 50. Gets away from him from the 40 to the 30. One man to beat and pushed out of bounds by the last possible man who could stop him, Matthew Lopez. But it's a huge gain for the Wildcats. Let's see. That's 25. That is 52 yards to DeMarcus Thompson. First down, Wildcats.
He spun out. He could have. He got an extra good 15 yards out of that after he spun out of a tackle that could have stopped him. But wow, nice work.
6th first down for the Wildcats. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line, deep inside of Desert Warrior territory. Twins to the left, Twins to the right. Good snap. Hand it to Ochoa, who gets away from a man in the backfield. He's got some running room to the 15, to the 10, puts his shoulders down and bulls through a man down to the 8-yard line and move the chains. First down, Wildcats on the 16-yard Cameron Ochoa run. 51 yards for Ochoa. He's averaging 5.1 a carry. So 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Wildcats can punch this in and then think about calling it an early night. Santa Teresa shows blitz. Wyatt back to pass, throwing it across the middle, and good coverage, and flags come in. But, yeah, I think they're going to call defensive pass interference. That looked like, defensive pass interference. I'll be honest, from up here, Dawn, it looked like just really good coverage.
Well, you know what? He wasn't surprised at it. He wasn't surprised. I think that's who, number 6, is it Jonas Lopez?
Ayel Saldana.
I think it's Saldana. We have, again, there are 2 number 6s on the roster.
I'm betting, though, based on the size, that it's Saldana.
And he was good-natured about it, so he immediately, helped him up and helped it. I think he was all right. He wasn't trying
so
for pass interference.
Half the distance to the goal, 5 yards. 1st and goal from the 5. Send a man in motion. High snap, Wyatt with it. Pump fake left. Comes back right, goes across the middle, and popped up in the air as it went off the hands of his intended target. So it'll be incomplete, and that'll make it a 2nd and goal from the 5. That was almost dangerous. 280 passing yards for Gomez.
Yeah, you don't want to hand the ball over here. You want to go ahead and just You've got so much time to work with. It's running clock. You want to just take your time, make a good play, hang on to the ball, don't cough it up, get in the end zone, get that touchdown.
And then decide whether or not you want to have your defense out for a series.
That's right.
From the 5-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and goal. High snap, and it is over Wyatt's head, and he's just going to have to eat that one all the way back at the 18-yard line, as they are going to credit number 9, Darryl Frost, with the sack. So a 13-yard sack on Gomez, and that moves them the wrong way.
So it should be about 3rd and 18, or 3rd and maybe
3rd and goal from the 18, yeah.
Yeah, from the 18, yeah, it is. They're saying 17 on the board. We'll split the difference, I guess.
Yeah, from up here, it looks like it's actually up. We'll call it the 17. I like the 17 better than the 18. So 3rd and goal from the 18-yard line off the bad snap as Wyatt goes down. His first time he's been sacked tonight.
Lovington's been plagued by low snaps usually. That's first high one.
And another one is Gomez going to sling it to the end zone. Has a man wide open and 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats. Ribeiro from 18 yards out. Elijah Rivero. And the Cats are rolling, and now it will be decision time for Coach G. Does he want to end this one early? 297 yards through the air for Gomez. Rivero, his first catch of the night is for a touchdown. 55-7 is the score. And out to attempt the extra point will be Bustillos. Looks like they're going to let the defense come out for a series as the kick is up, and it is good. With 5 minutes remaining in the ball game, it is Lovington 56 and Santa Teresa 7. We'll be back in 1 minute here on Z94 KZOR. The Wildcats have punched it in, lead by 49 as Bustillos will kick it away. It's a low-line driver going to be fielded at the 15, out to the 20, to the 25, make it the 28-yard line. On the return for Santa Teresa's, bringing that one back was Ivan Morales. And so they'll have it 1st down and 10 from their own 28-yard line with 3.5 remaining in the ball game. Lovington up by 49 is Coach G electing to let his defense come out for at least one series in this half.
And I think that's a tribute to them. I think that's a way to say, you know what, you got us here in a lot of ways. I mean, you might look at this game on one way and think, gee, defense option. What our defense has been very key, and I think he's letting them get out there as a tribute to that.
Vieira throws it, has a man underneath across the 30, out to the 32-yard line. Good coverage as that is complete to Moats. It'll be good for a 3-yard completion, 2nd down and 7. The second, wow, they gave him like 2 yards forward progress, so 2nd down and 5. So Santa Teresa going to come on back out. They're not getting in any hurry either. Vieira is the quarterback. He'll hand it off. Saldana up the middle, and he is going to be stopped well short of the 1st down. They're going to give him a yard. Yeah, looks like a yard out of it. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 now for Santa Teresa. Pardon me. Clock continues to move with 2:15 to go. Going to shoot out tonight in Tatum. We'll see if we can update that for you in a few minutes as Vieira is going to be sacked, is coming free, and the ball is free. And it'll wind up just being a sack. But coming through for the Wildcats is Elon Clayton on a delayed safety blitz. absolutely creams Vieira and takes him all the way back to, what is that, is that about the 24-yard line, Dawn?
Yeah, just about. We'll see where they have put the spot officially. They might be sitting just right at 25. We'll see.
4th sack of the night for the Wildcat defense, and it comes on a delayed blitz. So it is 4th and basically forever in punt time for Santa Teresa. Looks like Lovington. Ooh, we got a man coming in way late. Now Lovington is going to bring the house. One man back deep to receive. As Lovington just going to fall back, and fair catch called for and made back at the 40-yard line. Cameron Ochoa with the fair catch, and so Lovington's O will come out onto the field with 1:05 to go here in a fast-moving third. As I thought they were supposed to stop the clock on changes of possession, but there may be a mutual agreement. I know they can sometimes do that.
This time. Yeah, they did stop it this time.
Okay, so 1:01 to go. Oh, we actually had a flag back at the 40-yard line. That's why they stopped it. So did not see the call. They're going to pick that ball up from the 40. I'm still waiting on a call.
So just pick the flag up too. I don't. Nope, they're going to say holding.
Yep, so holding on Lovington, but it'll be after the kick, so they'll keep it, and it'll move them back to the 30-yard line. Their 4th penalty for 45 yards on the night.
Should be what, first and 20?
No, it'll be 1st and 10 because it happened afterwards. Okay. It just moves them back a little bit. So 1st and 10. Ball from the 30-yard line. Wildcats on the march. Any score here wins it as Ochoa from the Wildcats shakes off one tackle. Actually, we've got a new running back in the game and moving around and no gain.
He basically ran in a circle on that one.
And Matthew Prudencio.
Yeah,
so
he did. He ended up running in a circle and came right back to just about where he started there. He's just trying to find some room to find a run, a good forward run. Never found it.
Yeah, give him a 1-yard gain on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. Lovington is going to have to run one more play. And we will have a new quarterback in the ball game. I'll check that for you here momentarily. High snap. Prudencio is the quarterback. He's going to hand it off to Ochoa, who's going to fall forward to about the 34-yard line. So he's going to pick up 4. So it'll be a pickup for Cameron and make it 3rd down and 5 as the clock will expire on a fast-moving third quarter. Back for the 4th. It's Lovington 56 and Santa Teresa 7. Wildcat football continues in a moment on KZOR. Back for the start of the 4th quarter. The Wildcats in command of this one. 56-7 is the score. Though the Wildcats are putting in some of the second stringers now. As Matthew Prudencio in at the quarterback position and flags fly. So we're going to have a false start. Yep, false start on Lovington. And that can happen when you've got a new quarterback in the ballgame. New quarterback, different cadence. That can change things up.
They really look like they weren't the line. They really weren't completely set by the time they started into the call in that play.
So that'll move them back 5 yards. So now it is 3rd down and 10. Clock will start here momentarily. High snap, Prudencio with it. Now he's going to roll near side, throws it underneath to Henderson. Out of the backfield, across the 35 to the 40. Spin move out to the 42-yard line, and Henderson is going to pick up 13 yards and move the chains. First down, Wildcats. And keep smiling, Brad, because you're lighting up the room, bud.
It's an unexpected call. Loving that.
Well, Henderson from the tight end position gets 13 yards on Prudencio's first pass of the ball game, and it'll keep the Wildcat drive alive. Their 8th first down of the ball game. Handed off to Ochoa. Is not a lot of room for Cameron there. Now he's going to get back to the line. He might have lost a yard. And turn this way, young man, so I can see your number. As the stop going to be made by Nathan Sines. And actually, Eddie's De Santiago, number 50. Well, no gain on the play, about a half-yard loss. So it'll be second down and a short 11, long 10. Prudencio from the pistol formation. High snap, handles it, pitches it. Is going to the left side. New running back in the ball game is going to be number 14. That is Jaden Gutierrez. And Gutierrez going to pick up about 3 or 4.
Trying to find some room to turn the corner. He couldn't because Matthew Lopez was just right there and actually was the one who pushed him out of bounds.
So officially a gain of 1 on the play. Clock continues to move. 3rd and 9. So 3rd and a short 10, a long 9. Twins left, Twins right. Prudencio is the quarterback. Good snap, handles it. Pressure comes. Matthew gets away from it, rolls left, throws it, and has a man out near the first down marker.
Patrick Sanchez.
So Patrick Sanchez, his first catch of the ball game. Going to be just shy of the first down.
He climbed a ladder on that. It was the throw was up. It was just a little bit wobbly, but still hit its mark, and he had to climb up just a little bit. And coming down, Matthew Lopez hit him, and now one of the and it may be Lopez who is down now with a cramp, and it definitely looks like it's just a cramp. They're pulling the leg out, pulling the calf, and I can't see the number for sure, but it may be.
All right, so
number 2. It may be Lopez, or it may be.
While we have a moment, I'd like to say a big thank you to our friends at Lovington Auto Supply, Lovington Schools, Bob's Thriftway, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Man Welding, Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, Devon Energy, CYA Trucking Insurance, and Eastern New Mexico University. Of course, your Devon Energy postgame show coming up in just a few minutes. The Cats are cruising and should have their first victory of the season in 9:42 remaining of clock time. And setting up the Lee County War next week, Lovington and Hobbs from Watson Stadium. Hobbs having trouble with Roswell High tonight. We know a little bit about that. It was in the 3rd quarter, Hobbs was trailing 27-0 on our sister station, Cool 95.7. And again, you had a shootout in Tatum. It was in the 4th quarter. I think the score was 54-37 or something like that.
Yeah, it is number 2, Matthew Lopez. I thought it was.
All right.
It was either 2 or 4, but he's up. He's limping just a little bit, but I think it was still. I think it.
Yeah, so he's going to be okay. He's tough and just walking it off. Of course, you were listening to the Lovington Wildcats here on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington, the Z94 KZOR app, and watching live and free on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Please subscribe and tell your friends and family, and on HobbsAmerica.com. See, Evie, I did keep us legal. You were wondering if I would. So it'll be 4th down and 2 to go for the Wildcats, and they will go for it. Empty set in the backfield. Prudencio is the quarterback. Waiting on it, gets it, 3-step drop, looks, guns it across the middle, and that one is going to be caught out at the 40-yard line. Nope, they're going to say he trapped it. So intended for Olguin, so incomplete, and over on downs. It will be back in the hands now of the Desert Warriors.
Yeah, it was very low down, and he had to really crouch. So I think they're going to say that the ground helped him catch that. So.
And that will be the call as the clock will continue to move, and it looks like maybe Santa Teresa going to have some new guys in the ball game. Well, they will have it 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. 8:45 to go. Santa Teresa going to be playing for Pride here. We'll catch that new quarterback's number as soon as we can. Hand it off to Gutierrez. He's going to get into Lovington territory and keep going all the way down to the Lovington 45. So it'll be a 7-yard gain for Gutierrez.
It was Francisco Arriola who brought him down for Lovington.
And can you catch the number of their new quarterback, Dawn?
Yeah.
And that'll be a handoff to Gutierrez, and he is going to be hit at the line. And I'm sorry, Dawn, what was that? Ceniceros. What's number 10? Thank you. So it'll be a gain of 1 for Gutierrez, and now that'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. Or rather, 3rd down and 3.5 or 4. Ceniceros, good snap. Hand it to Gutierrez. Gets away from 1. Now he's going for the right side. And he's going to cross the 40 and get down to the 35-yard line. So it'll be a 10-yard gain by Gutierrez, and it'll be a 1st down for the Desert Warriors.
He almost ran into his own player. His own player actually helped stop the forward momentum of that play. That was Gutierrez there.
Ceniceros back to pass, and he is going to be picked off as the Cats can end it right here. As on the train and coming back down is Zadrick Betancourt. Bounces off of a man and is going to bring it back across to the 38-yard line. Betancourt, the INT of Ceniceros, and the 7th turnover of the night for the Wildcats. And Lovington can pretty much just run this one out with under 7 minutes remaining in the ball game and a 49-point lead.
Wow, that was a really beautiful timing. I mean, he actually threw it like he was throwing it into the hands, into our hands for the Lovington INT. But still, you got to be in the right place. You got to be heads up, and you got to you got to reach out and take it and keep it, and then made a nice run afterwards.
7th turn.
Stayed on his feet too, and managed to get a couple more yards out of that at the end.
4th INT of the night for the Wildcat D. Prudencio back out. Good snap. He'll just keep it himself, and he is going to get knifed down behind the line as nowhere to run as Jackson Bowron will bring down Prudencio. It'll be a 1-yard loss, and so it'll be 2nd down and 11. Again, clock continues to move. If you're Lovington, you don't have to be in any hurry here.
Oh, no.
Just want to run your regular offense, but with your backups in there. And I like this, getting some of the younger guys some experience. Prudencio, one of 2 listed quarterbacks on the roster. Twins left, twins right. Prudencio back to pass, looks over the middle, now he's going to roll left. Looks, throws, and leads his man just a little too far, incomplete.
Patrick Sanchez again, and Sanchez is coming up. I don't know what he did. He was reaching out for it, and he may have just knocked the wind out of him just a little bit. Or not hitting a bad place, but he is coming off on the sideline and just trying to catch his breath and trying to recover.
Yeah, when you lay out like that, it can sometimes, if you hit wrong right on the breast, right where you tie everything up, it just knocks the wind right out of the chest.
Yeah. But I think they're working on him. I think it's going to be okay.
Well, being attended to by the training staff, and so 3rd down and 11 for the Wildcats from the Santa Teresa 40-yard line. The Desert Warriors show blitz. Prudencio loses it, is going to have to roll left and comes back right and is going to get creamed. That was one he should have just let fly downfield if nothing else, so he's going to get sacked. That's a big sack. That is 10. That is a 15-yard sack on Prudencio, and it is 4th down and 26 and punt time for the Wildcats. 2nd sack of the night for Santa Teresa. So 4th and 26. And on to do the punting will be Jaden Gutierrez. Clock continues to move. 7:20 remaining in the ballgame. A 49-point Lovington lead. Send a man in motion as Jaden will get that one away. A good punt, a high spiral. Going to take a Lovington bounce inside the 10 and roll. Keep going to the 5-yard line and be downed right there. That's a great punt. That is a 55-yard punt for Jaden Gutierrez, and so Santa Teresa is going to be pinned way back deep. And the Wildcats can just try and go out there and play a little ball for 3.5 minutes and get ready to go into the holiday weekend and into the Hobbs game with the victory.
And a lot of momentum and confidence that comes with this. I mean, you know, they've done nice work on offense and defense and special teams, and they can go into that game.
A whole complete game for the Wildcats for sure. As Sinicetos will hand it off, and nothing doing for Gutierrez as he is hit at the line and dropped. It's Henderson in there playing. Also in on that stop for the Wildcats was Sawyer Bishop. So 1 yard officially for Gutierrez. He's got 22 on 7 carries. Averaging about 3 yards a carry, not bad. Sinicetos on 2nd and 9, throws it near side and overthrows his intended target as he was trying to get number 11. That's Armando Ramirez near side. And it'll be incomplete, which will bring up a 3rd down and 9 for Santa Teresa. They're pinned back on their own 6-yard line. With 2:40 remaining in the ballgame, a 49-point Lovington lead. We've been in running clock the entire second half. And Sinicetos going to change the play at the line. Looks to pass, lets it fly, coming near side and overthrows his intended target. Rivero with good coverage down the field as he was trying to get number 11 again, Ramirez.
Yeah, and Cameron Ochoa was tight on him.
Actually, that was Rivero, number 26.
I thought it was, okay, 26.
Yeah.
I thought it was 24.
Yeah, Elijah Rivero.
Okay, Rivero. Yeah.
That one was right in front of me. Even I couldn't miss that one.
It's all the way across from me. That's why I couldn't tell. I could see the 2, and I thought it was the 6 was a 4 from the side.
So it'll be punt time now for Santa Teresa. Lovington doesn't look like they are going to bring the house on this one. 1:50 remaining in the ball game. And it's a high snap and out the back of the end zone, and Lovington will win on a safety. The safety ends the ball game as a bad snap turns into a safety, and Lovington will win this one 58-7. The Wildcats are victorious. 58-7, your final score. Lovington in the win column in 2023. We'll take a 3-minute timeout and come back with your Devon Energy postgame show. This is Wildcat Football on KZOR.
All right, you're clear.
And we didn't get any of that on the damn stream. Oh, well. The audio, that was me. Oh, well. All right. Thanks, Evie. Okay.
No problem.
What you got to do? All right. Thanks, Evie.
Tell your cameraman, great shot of the moon.
Will do. All right. Thanks. We'll see you, if not
All
tomorrow,
right.
then next week.
All right, drive safe.
Will do. Bye. Sir. Going good. We're wrapping up. I'll get out as quick as I can.